Our next speaker is Suki Bourquin. And since Jason referenced his spouse so many times, let's have her stand. Melanie. What a couple. Now, Suki Bourquin.
Good evening. Welcome all the families, friends, faculty, staff, and administrators that came here tonight. Graduation is not just a time to recognize graduates, but it is a time to thank all of those people who have supported those graduates and to take a moment and see the tangible results of all this community has so freely given. I was in my son's classroom the other day, his kindergarten classroom, and I read a sign and it said, "All the things I needed to know I learned in kindergarten." And I thought that was cute, and I did read that book. But I also thought, where does that leave me? I ditched my first day of kindergarten. When my stuffed animal Fluffy got dirty and I lost my mood ring, I said, forget this, walked a mile home, and so began my academic career. Shortly after that, I was kicked out of kindergarten and several schools after that, not for my lack of intelligence, but for my behavior. At school, I simply could not contain my turmoil. And I didn't recognize that teachers didn't realize the table I sent flying towards them was a cry for help. I also didn't recognize that teachers had a responsibility to teach all the students, and the world did not revolve around me. And at school, teachers did not hit, did not touch inappropriately, and did not tell me why I should not exist. Broken as a child, I spent a lifetime breaking things. Commitments, responsibility, relationships, opportunities, toys. All the while I kept searching for someone to save me. I looked to institutions and rehabs to serve as surrogate families. Eventually, in my search, I became a mother myself, and that is how I arrived at North 2 years ago. Through circumstance and self-reflection, I had started to question my own ability to raise my own son. I questioned the fairness of giving him all that I had to offer, a big, steaming trunk of survival skills. It wasn't enough. My own life had proved that. So I asked myself, where do you go when you're broken and you're in need of being saved from breaking the only thing you ever loved? The answer I got was divine, because the answer was, you go to school. And I did not respond with my usual thanks for the information. I needed to learn skills that extended beyond survival. I blindly followed that divine command and vaguely recall registering. In my first quarter, I enrolled in a coordinated studies course called From Rap to Rhetoric. I didn't know the meaning of rhetoric, but I knew what rap was. And the course description didn't include Thomas the Train or trucks, so I was intrigued. And I was, in the most unexpected way, saved through the education, compassion, wisdom, and community that I received while attending North Seattle Community College. My awakening began in that first coordinated studies course, which did not shy away from exploring painful material, and seminars that expected rational, intelligent mining of the text. Through text and lectures, I began to connect with the world that I had been previously oblivious to. I wrote therapeutic seminar papers before writing the real ones. I responded well to the kind voice of my conditioner, who softly reminded me to stick to the text. And I learned to value the insights of others and worked hard at growing my tendency to dominate conversation. I'm still working on that. I started to believe that humanity was something I should consider joining. I was valued, I was supported, I was encouraged, and I was receiving for the first time all of the things that a healthy family normally provides. I started becoming a willing participant in the life I have longed to live. When you are saved, whether by education or religion, you want and need to spread the word. So I did. I encouraged students to apply for grants that I had received. I forged relationships, helping students break through the barriers that were keeping them from continuing their education. I became a cheerleader for North. I sang a mean like a virgin song in the cafeteria. I danced while under hypnosis while working for the arts and lecture program. I wrote articles for the Polaris to encourage students to access all that North has to offer. And through the encouragement of Phoebe Jewell and yet another coordinated studies course, I submitted a memoir entitled, What Else? Broken. I won the Marcia Barton Award and the League for Innovation Award for Best Nonfiction, and finally had the strength to share my story and own it. I was so excited, I even joined student government. And that's excitement, baby. Because I was, aside from academics, learning the fine art of connecting with others. Today, my family is here today. I have had many mothers, disguised as teachers, encouraging their fledgling to fly off to Mill College and take my show on the road. Tracy, Phoebe, Karen, Janet, thank you. I've had surrogate fathers offering parental advice, modeling strength, direction, and showing me the capacity for compassion and kindness that men are capable of. Jeffrey, Kevin, Michael, thank you. Time does not permit me to thank all of you, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You produce miracles and change lives. In closing, I want to say, what gives us reason for living is not just the continuous need to learn, but to give back and to receive all of the gifts that we have to offer each other. I learned this at North Seattle Community College, and I will forever be grateful. And I forgot to say, special thanks to my son here in blue. You've been my biggest teacher, and I want to say, I know you don't get this now, but this has always been a train ride for two. And we still have a couple more years where you're going to be screaming, no more homework! But we're going to get through this, so thank you so much for letting me be a part of your community. Thank you, congratulations.